So I mess around there and then run up on this, which I've been years ago. Found out about the Yakub story and how intelligent he was, and how he came to graft the white man out of anger toward his own people because his father was killed and his mother, after giving birth to him, killed herself because his mother had interacted with his father, who was not of the same culture, and that was forbidden. And so they sent her off to her uncle, but she was in love with Yakub's father. And because they sent her away, she went into depression, you see. And so I guess once Yakub found out about the story about his father being killed and the mother killing herself, and he had to grow up without the parents, is when he connived and connived on his own people. And so I was looking at a guy who was talking about, I mean, you just hear so much stuff, y'all. When I tell you this rabbit hole will give you a blowing in the mind, it'll blow your head out of the socket if you ain't focused. But anywho, it says, because I went there and asked ChatGPT something about Yakub and, his time. And they got a lot of information, but I don't want to screenshot this part, so you got to go do your own research. But I was finding this part interesting because it was connected to Nation of Islam and Elijah Muhammad. And it says Yakub is a central figure in the Nation of Islam teachings, particularly from the writings and lectures of Elijah Muhammad, leader of the movement in the mid-20th centuries. According to the teachings, Yakub's story, as taught by Nation of Islam, Yakub was a black scientist who lived about 6,600 years ago. He was described as a big-headed, extremely intelligent child, born with a special knowledge of genetic engineering. And in the Yakub story, they talked about how they separated the cultures by black, brown, yellow, and if they ever got messed up, eventually it would come back to the mixing and matching of those colors. And around the age of 6, he discovered a way to create new people by selectively, breeding traits out of the original black people. And I said all this to say what this video is. This is why I didn't gravitate to Farrakhan, you see? Because Farrakhan had this information. And if you would put something in black people's mind, see, it was only about the Nation of Islam. If you didn't walk the line that Elijah Muhammad taught Farrakhan, you see, in the Nation of Islam, then you wasn't seen as equal to them. You see, we had to believe what they say to believe in and do it the way Islams do it. But if it's about elevating our minds from out of the European white man's indoctrinations, why do we have to be in any kind of religion? Because it's not about religion. It is about expansion of us coming back to ourselves and knowing who we are and how everything came to be. You see what I'm saying? But if you wasn't in Islam, the Nation of Islam, there wasn't going to, everything comes out of Farrakhan's mouth. It's about the black people, the black people, the black people. So who is Farrakhan talking about? Is Farrakhan black? Why do he always go off on the black people? They're killing each other. They're dropping it like it's hot and da-da-da-da-da. Why is he not talking about how they were programmed to behave this way? You see what I'm saying? If you put people in that type of environment, I mean, that's all they have to gravitate to. So if you take people out of this environment, but you didn't see him doing anything to take people out of the environment, everything is just coming up in that church, listening to him, people watching him, protecting him, while he put black folks down. Because the power of life lives in the tongue. And I never did find where Farrakhan was speaking life into people. He was speaking facts about our experiences. But he wasn't speaking life into us. Because everybody knows, anybody who has the power to bring masses of people together, melanated people, they were taken out. Because the melanated people have to come together to get the power. It says, if my people who are called by my name would seek my face, you see what I'm saying? And nobody was teaching that. And if he said, if my people who are called by my name would seek my face, the kingdom of God is within. You see, if they was wording this and breaking it down, where people would understand there's no God outside of you that's going to save you. You have to seek for the God inside of you. And so this is the mind manipulation that all of these preachers, ministers, men and women of God was doing. They was making people believe that there was something outside of themselves, but they didn't break it down ABC, 1, 2, 3, that you are a God, and that the European white man took you away from your authentic, true, sacred self. Nobody was teaching it like that. They always made the masses that goes to church, read the Bible, the Torah, and all these other things they reading, they made them believe it was something outside of themselves without saying it. Because, Nation of Islam is waiting for Elijah Muhammad to come back. So are they saying that's the creator? Christians waiting for white Jesus to come back. Some people who don't believe in the white Jesus waiting for Yahweh to come back. Hinduism people be talking about Buddha and Krishna and what that woman name with all of them arms? What is really going on? What is really going on? Everybody waiting for somebody different to come back. When it's all about within. Come back to yourself. These people, if they were people, they are an example of how we should be. There's no they coming back, because in the Bible it says you can do what I can do and even greater works. So if Jesus saw Buddha, Elijah, Muhammad, and Krishna, and Yahweh coming back, then all of the people that's dead coming back. Because it says you can do what I can do. But I want to know how you can come back. You can't come back in that same body because you done let them embalm you, gut you out like a fish, fill you with poison, put you in a box, and then dug a ground and put concrete on top of that. So how they going to come back? They won't be able to use that same body. So it's saying that we reincarnate, but we come back into another avatar. We might come back as a man the next time it was a woman this time. We might come back as a damn dog, a fish, a snake, a bird. It's what we want to come in this world to do to raise the frequency. You see what I'm saying? We might come back white. We might come back black. We might come back Spanish, Japanese. We might come back and be a president. You see what I'm saying? Be a queen. Be a millionaire. It's what you want to come back to learn about this planet. Not to come here and buy saturated food, fucking fight. But if you're coming here with the right vibration and essence and the right consciousness to use it in the right way, you can experience the good life. But we got to learn our life lessons. And we've allowed people in high places to put us in a low vibration while they had authority over how we was going to do it, who we was going to do it with, when we was going to do it, why we was going to do it, where we was going to do it. You see? So we have to learn to be independent, and we have been being codependent, and that's why we all in this low vibration. So I just brought this up because, the Nation of Islam knew about Yaqub. You see what I'm saying? The big-headed scientist. And this is where you genetically modified coming from. You see? The melanated people are intelligent. But we was disconnected from that. And nobody's trying to connect us back to it. Or find out more about Yaqub and his extreme intelligence. You see what I'm saying? Where did that come from? Who gave it to him? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. And a lot of people wasting their time. I'm trying to get in any rabbit hole I can get in to expand this mind and see why the people in a position not doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is to help us elevate. They're not doing that. They're just rising. You see, financially. Let it sizzle, y'all. Let it sizzle.